Next thing I know, I'm jumping out a shorty window in front of a bus stop full of people, son.
Yo, y'all should do a podcast for real.
Yo, but like, what would we call the podcast though?
Boy, I don't even know, but it got to be something that represents us. Look, man. So here's the thing. Yo, what's good, gang?
What's up?
We back. Another one. Episode 6 Deuce.
6 Deuce.
It's that Magic Johnson episode. Now, some of y'all probably never heard 62 associated with Magic Johnson in your life. He just happens to be 62 years old, so you know what I'm saying? It's the Magic episode, that's all.
It's a random 62-year-old nigga. For the YouTube viewers, I know the landscape look a little different. I feel like that's a common thing now. Like, I'm saying that shit every episode. But anyway.
But it's the fact that you're always here.
Always, bro. So here's the thing podcast, man. We have Saint P here, replacing 2 today. He couldn't be here. Shout out my boy 2.
Always.
We're gonna get into his story and what he got going on in a little minute. As always, mental health check. JP?
Right? I'm good, man.
Everything good.
So
yeah,
you
everything
good?
well. Everything beautiful.
Alright, I'm cool. I'm just tired. It's a real busy weekend. Birthday month, so you know how that go.
All right, bro. Happy birthday.
Well, you too, right?
Yeah, I'm coming up.
Yeah, birthday month for the boys. But anyway, before I get into the episode, I just want to ask y'all some questions. Y'all know who Trav Q is? Y'all familiar with him? The name, at least.
I heard the name.
All right, so you know he do these things where, like, he do a lot of skits and shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the skits that he got going right now is like he'll just go up to like celebrities, to the bar with celebrities, like if they at the bar, and just order mad shit and say, yo, put it on his tab.
Right.
And just leave. Like he'll go, let me get 10 bottles of this, 5 bottles of this, 70 shots, 300 like wild shit. Like run the tab up and just say, yo, I'm put it on his tab and just walk off. Right?
It's a random person?
Yeah, random dude, but he just did it to 50. Like he got popular for 50 and Drake, cause obviously they are.
Yeah.
But he do it to mad niggas, bro. Like regular niggas, whatever. It's some funny shit. My question to you is though, if you on a date with a joint that you've been after for mad long, and you finally get it, and it just so happens to be the day that a nigga like him do some shit like that, how you gonna play it to save face?
So backtrack. I'm trying to understand.
Wait.
Make sure I'm following. So the dude that puts everything on other people's tabs, he's doing that to me?
Yeah, like he say, yo, let me get 70 shots of Patron, 4 bottles of Don Julio, some wild shit. Yo, put it on his tab. And you with the shorty that you been chasing for a minute. Like you hunting this down for a minute. And she gave you the shot. And this is first date type shit. How you gonna play that?
Nah, bro. she ain't worth it, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, bro. Like, she gonna look at me and be like, yo, you a real one. It's like, yeah, cause I ain't got it. So you gonna have to chase that nigga down.
You know how I am about the first dates, bro. So I'm clear communication. You need to know what's going on. So I'm with boy. Like I'm gonna have a conversation with him. Cause who are you? First of all, like you know.
What?
But yeah, I'm gonna let her know off jump. I ain't got it like this. So
I only bring it up. Well, side note, yo, this the song I was talking about.
Okay.
But anyway, I only bring that up because he did one of the videos. He did it to like I said, average dude, and his face put that thought in my head. Like, yo, I don't think he got it, but I don't think he could tell Shorty that because he might have been on some Tinder swindler shit at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people play. My bad. To
No,
cut
you go,
off.
go,
No,
go.
you good, bro.
A lot of people try to play out of their lane. So
Yeah.
so it depends on how he was playing his lane that night.
Especially on the first date.
Right.
Especially on the, that's why I said like specifically that date because that's still your representative for the most part.
Yeah.
So
Man,
how you maneuver in that? Because like y'all said, like Shorty ain't worth it, bro.
yeah,
I just take that loss.
Even if I had it and I had a whip and it was the first date, I take it out in the cab, bro, just to see where I had at.
Yo, I
Just to see where I had. I don't
there's
you
something
drive?
to that. There's something to that. I had a situation where me and Shorty both drove, but alright, let me be honest. I wanted to do the take her home thing just in case I score,
All right.
right?
Yeah.
But I was thinking like, yo, if I put in a cab, I probably gain some wild brownie points type shit. Also figure out more about her and the movements. You feel me? But
And plus, you know, when it's time to go home, you know what I'm saying? If she really wants you to go home with you, y'all hopping in the same cab.
yeah,
True.
there's something to that. I ain't really on a dating scene no more. But if I ever do get back in that, I'm gonna pull that move.
I mean, I'm a married man. I don't do moves like that no more. But
Yeah. Fact.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. For real.
Speaking of marriage, I'm glad you brought that up. You know y'all know the comedian Ali Sadiq. Dude that be going to the jails and shit. Alright. Well, that's not all he do, but he posed this question, and I want to ask y'all this shit because this shit another thought that popped in my mind that had me fucked up. Let's say you married somebody, and you stated before the marriage, I don't want kids, right? It's clear understanding. Obviously, things can change, but
yeah,
going into it, it's understood you don't want kids. Then you find out she can't have kids biologically, right? So now you're kind of in a good situation because you can't. and
Yeah.
She
you don't
physically
want,
can't,
and she physically can't, right?
yeah.
So you marry this shorty. Then y'all decide to adopt,
Yeah.
right? I just make sure this shit on shuffle. Then y'all decide to adopt. But then y'all get divorced. Should you pay child support for that kid?
Wait, repeat the question. Repeat the end again. 'Cause-
All right. You good up until the marriage part, right?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all get divorced.
yeah, you get divorced. Yeah.
Should you still pay child support for that kid?
Legally, you have to, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's true.
legally, you have to. I would say, hopefully, it would never get to that. But I feel like you should still support.
But you didn't want the kid to begin with.
That's true.
Then why are you adopting though?
Because she wanted the kid. You in a marriage.
Well, I felt like at that point, since you made that decision, even though you didn't want that,
Yeah.
you still supported that decision. That kid is here now.
Yeah.
Who-
Cause yeah.
Like, you know, so you made some type of you bent in some type of way. You made some type of agreement like we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know, at that certain point, you kind of you signed on to an obligation. Unfortunately, although this is not 100% what you want,
Right.
who are you to leave that woman now to, you know, fend for herself, fend for that kid for herself? That's not fair to
Yeah.
her. That's not fair to the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's just
Yeah.
my thing is you ain't asked for that. You feel me?
that's not a one person decision. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to.
I mean, if that's one of the reasons it led to the divorce, then yeah, I would just leave it alone. Because you probably had the conversation with her like,
I didn't even think
so,
of that. What if
because-
that's a reason?
because you know when you do these things, because even adoption, even I want to get into that. Both parents have to be with it.
Right.
If y'all married, they won't give you that child. If y'all going through like a divorce thing or blah blah blah,
Right.
they ain't gonna give you that because they don't want a child coming into a.
Exactly.
Because you know what I'm
Unstable
saying.
situation, yeah.
So they study you. They probably won't even get the child if they in that type of mood.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. After if they separate after, he's gonna have to support that child. Because that child already been through mad trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put him through more. I wouldn't want that on my conscience.
Facts. Me too, brother. How you feel about it, though?
At first I was like, nah. But then, like I said, I know, like, nah, I don't feel like I should pay. Because I stayed in my stance on it from the beginning. But I do know what the divorce process looked like and what happens. So you get put on child support whether you want to or not. That's part of it. It's kind of like welfare type shit.
Right.
You automatically get put on child support. Like,
I mean, that I don't agree with at all. But in that instance,
well,
no one
it's
is.
up to the woman. I don't. First off, this whole system is fucked up for men.
Yeah,
Just start there.
I stand firm on that
This whole
because
shit's
even like say you having intercourse with your lady or whatever, and you tell her from the beginning like, yo, I can't do no child, I don't got it, blah blah blah. If made case to be, if what happened, what would we do? You know, you have this conversation before you know, blah blah blah, and then go sideways, and then she's like, I'm having a baby, but I'm like, yo, but I don't got that right now.
Right.
And they still want to go through it, and then they put you in this trap with child support. So now you in a slammer because you didn't even want it, and now you got to pay out of pocket.
Yep.
And that's traumatizing.
Yep.
That's traumatizing. The system is basically putting us down like over and over and over and over
Nah,
and
it's
over
just
again,
fucked up.
and it's fucked up.
But I've seen situations, personally where the female can advocate to take you off. Because the system, like I said, the system sets up where you go through the divorce. That's part of it. Alimony and all that. The female can opt out. Right? And then you just in that situation. So if you end up in a situation where shorty just takes you off of the child support and you still decide, like, I think that'd be me. I think I'll try to like swindle the official child support requirements,
Yeah.
but still support.
You
because
still be there.
that
Yeah.
kid was in the house, you feel me? And
Yeah.
you build a bond and all that. And oftentimes, that child support shit really like stipends the amount that you could get. My homeboy, when he got divorced, while they was going through the divorce and nothing was really like official yet, he was giving his ex-wife at the time, ex-wife now, he was giving her a certain amount of bread, like fluctuating, but it was good.
Yeah.
When she pushed the child support line, she ended up getting less. And now he stood on that.
Yeah.
Like any money transaction that happened went directly to the kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's that situation that I was talking about where they always say spite me, not the baby, but it's like,
Yeah. Yo, let me tell you, raising a child is really hard.
I know.
And even before I had my child, I knew it was something it'll take two people to do.
Yeah.
So if I'm telling you from the beginning that I can't do this, and I'm coming from a logical standpoint,
Right.
like I know I can't put in that work right now. Got to find a new job. I gotta change a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And then if you think it's easy, you're gonna be in for some luck, and then that's when the trauma kicks in for them, and they want to start doing spiteful things. Because they realize it's hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy when you see your parents and you growing up, because you don't really, unless you was really close with your parents or like that, you don't know what they struggles was when between 1 to 8. Now when they was raising you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you gotta focus on that firsthand, and especially if you're the only one, you don't really have family behind you,
Right.
and you gotta do it yourself. That shit's hard,
Yeah.
because certain jobs don't give a fuck.
They
Yo.
don't. Actually,
Yo.
no job give a
Yo.
fuck, to be honest.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just how much can you swindle?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Within.
Damn, I gotta pick up my kid. Damn, I can't. Nobody. Game's different.
Yeah. I've been
Game's
through something
different.
similar. I was looking, like, the other day, I was just sitting back and just looking at, like, I was scrolling through the feeds. I don't know if you do this, but you realize, like, a lot of shorties that I follow or that I know is just like single parents now. And I think that's a crazy trend to just be seeing. Because some misconception that they had before the kid, and I guess whatever transpired, a lot of shit, I'm not gonna put it all on them too, because a lot of the shit, it's a give and take. Like a lot of the shit be a reaction to something that the other one did, which creates a bigger avalanche of bullshit. Right? But I was just looking like, yo, it's mad single parents. I don't even want to say single women with kids. It's single parents. Because I'm one of those. You feel me? Like, it's such a crazy situation how popular that shit is right now.
Yeah.
Coming from how we came up, well, not you, but you see, like, your parents may have not been together the whole time.
Yeah.
So you just...
I got Caribbean parents, bro. Trust me, I know, bro.
Yeah, so it's like... your mind is driven to say, like, yo, when I have a kid, I'm going to change that.
Yeah.
But then you go through the situation, you're like, I see exactly
what happened.
I
It's
see
like, yo,
exactly.
it's just like, yo, you just gotta think about things differently, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then you know, and then certain people you look at differently, like, you know, even though you understand what his position was, he was still there. You know, and sometimes you just gotta give him props for that, bro.
It helps.
You know?
It helps define their character.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo,
like this nigga was always mean. Now I know why.
I know why.
There's like 3 people literally like in this week that I just found out they about to have kids, and it's just like looking through my lens sometimes and kind of like knowing certain people's situation to a certain extent. It's like, I don't really know like if this is the best time or like the best idea, but like who am I to like, you know, say something. I've never been in that situation, but also to your point with like the single baby mamas and, you know, baby fathers and all of that. Also, I chuck that up to us being kind of careless now. Without like, you know, a lot of people that have side situations and stuff like that, or just people, you know, that they meet and stuff like that they have like a sexual connection with and things like that, and you know, boom, now you got a baby because you being careless and not really, you know, protecting yourself. So a lot of that is because of that as well, and you and in most cases, in some cases, you don't even want to really be with that person.
Yeah.
Which makes it
difficult.
Hard. Makes it hard.
Yeah. But I'm not necessarily talking about them per se. Like I'm talking about the situations where the thoughts were that they were going to work this out and be different.
Yeah.
Because those situations that you just mentioned are way more popular than the ones that I'm talking about. You feel me? Like one night stands turn into 18 years straight.
Yeah.
All the time. Like. And then there's a lot of other different factors that go into it. You may have a crazy physical connection with somebody and think like, oh yeah, it's gonna continue. That's to your point about the people that you saw this week. Nothing alters your life more than a baby.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Death and a baby alters your life the most.
Right.
Those two. If you lose somebody that was like a patriarch in your life, a real like pillar in your life, that alters everything, because that's your whole being. Like you didn't know it when they were here, but you witnessed the absence. And a kid, because now you know, like when Jacob didn't want to eat before, I used to be like, nah, I gotta feed you. I have to feed you. Like you have to eat. I don't care if you're not hungry. The law ain't gonna try to.
I be telling my daughter, I was like, she's like, I'm not hungry. I was like, right, you'll never feel hungry.
Yeah.
Because as long as I'm here, why would you feel hungry?
Nah,
I was like, hungry is painful.
I gotta.
You don't want to be hungry.
That's right.
I have to, because they ain't gonna listen when I say, yo, he ain't want to eat this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta feed you. Like, I gotta feed you, bro.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so he started that. He shout out to Ali Siddiq. He asked that question. I think that's it for my scenarios. Oh no, I got one more scenario. I'm gonna ask that wifey shit that you was telling me about.
Sure.
Let's say you're on a vacation with your girl, wifey, whatever. Y'all get smacked. Find out. No, y'all get smacked. And then she bring up the idea of a swing, threesome, whatever, additional partner situation, right? But then y'all get so drunk that she ends up falling asleep, passed out, or y'all both fell asleep. Do you wake up the next day and say, yo, that shit we agreed to yesterday, is it still on the table? Or do you just, it's a done deal? Because it could have been an in the moment agreement. Now, I know you got your situation, so don't fuck yourself up.
No.
I think
We don't got legal marriage counseling over here.
I think in them threesome situations, I think it's always best to leave it up to the lady.
So you don't get up and say, yo.
So yeah, I'm not getting up and I'm not talking about what happened last night. I'm not making any mention of it. I'm gonna wait to see what she do, to see if she say anything at all.
If she don't?
Then we gotta wait till the next moment.
Damn.
So she's like, yeah, it's unfortunate, bro, but you gotta like. And I've never been in that situation, but I just feel like it's just best for the woman to just take control. They gotta more so have a say in who you performing with, cause they gotta feel comfortable. You know, it's a lot of, we all insecure, you know, but it's a lot of, insecurity on there, and jealousy gets involved on both ends as well. But there's more so just try to work with your lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's my take.
Yeah, same thing. In those type of situation, it's all on her. I would love to wake up and then she continues. I don't even gotta say nothing. Like, oh, okay, we were still on them shenanigans. But
yeah. Me personally, bro, I think that shit is overrated, the whole thing altogether. But I'm so with the shit, so in the moment, I'm with the shits. But if it don't happen, then I'm cool, bro. Because vacation, for some odd reason, vacation with your shorty just bring out a whole different animal altogether.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what it is about hotel rooms or villas or beaches or whatever. They just bring a different atmosphere to the situation.
Yeah.
But if you add an additional, if we got the opportunity to, sure. But if not, then I'm cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, Drake, I don't know if you remember. I had asked this question. Were you there for the question, the T-Pain shit? With the box? It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I just listened to that episode not too long ago.
With the box?
Yeah,
Alright. Khalid was here when I asked it. And we all said, whatever. I'm gonna
go ahead. This.
So T-Pain's podcast, he got this segment. It's called The Box, whatever. So I'm gonna lay it out for you. We answered it already, and I'm gonna answer it again because I want to add something to it. This mysterious guy shows up to your crib.
Mm-hmm.
Mysterious. And he says, "What up, Saint? What up, Dre? I have a box. In this box is a button. If you push this button, you automatically get anything in this world that you want. As long as it's tangible. Anything. Literally, if you can hold it, if you can touch it, if it can happen, you get it at the press of this button. But the moment you press this button, someone else in the world dies."
I remember the question.
You remember the question?
Yeah.
All right. Someone else in the world dies. Could be a family member, could be a stranger, could be a healthy person, young person, on his deathbed old person. You don't know, you may not know the person, you may know the person, but that one person died because you pressed this button. If you don't press the button, someone you know dies. And you already agreed to this because he's already in your house. So you gotta press the button. In my mind. Someone dies.
Either way, somebody dies.
Either way, someone dies. What's something that you would press the button for? Can't say the typical mental health. That's the thing we did.
Yeah.
We did the generational
Peace of mind.
wealth. Nah, fuck that. I want to know. One of the examples he used is this nigga Roy Wood This nigga Roy Wood said, I want an island with a cheesecake factory on it.
Alright.
Nigga, Jacob Lattimore said he just want a boat. He ain't say what kind of boat. Shit could be a canoe. He just want a boat.
Okay. Interesting.
What's something you pressing the button for?
I want like a license clearance to work in any studio.
Like
Please.
unlimited studio time type shit?
Any studio. So if I wanted to work in a Dr. Dre studio,
You can just walk in
I
there.
could walk in there and book a session. Use all his equipment. I'll do the rest later. I'm gonna get rich. Yo, pressing that button though.
Damn. What would you? I gotta think a little bit longer. What would you,
I feel like I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would want I don't know if unlimited something like that's fine. The studio thing.
Yeah.
I could live with that. Something that I don't mind somebody dying for. I'll say like give me the newest Range Rover that year.
Damn, son. I'm gonna be rolling with you. I hope I don't die.
This is just give me the newest
Range Rover.
Range Rover that year.
I was thinking about a car.
Yeah,
Get
like
a Defender.
if somebody died and I got a new car, it's alright, bro. Like I can live
Fully
with,
paid off though.
Yeah,
everything.
like,
So can I get any amount of money then?
so you gonna ask for $1 million specifically?
Not $1 million specifically. That's why I'm asking if I could ask for any amount, because if it's that.
The rules is as long as it's tangible.
Oh
so-
yeah, all right, I got you. I'll probably take a fucking car, son.
Hey man, I probably money aside, yeah, I'm gonna probably take a car or a house.
Yeah, cause it's gonna be something.
Yeah, I'll tell them give me a house, the house of my choosing.
Yeah.
And I'm fine if someone dies in like Indonesia or some shit from that. Like I'm okay.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, shit, I'll buy a crib in Thailand.
well, whatever. Wherever I'm at, somebody dies on the other side of the world, I'm okay, bro. Like,
Yo.
alright. Got a little icebreaker situation. Last episode we had this girl I used to mess with up here. Yo, how was your week after that?
Niggas is laughing.
Alright. I went through some bullshit. I had a shorty I used to mess with up here, and it's been rough ever since. But she ain't really performed how I envisioned the conversation to go.
Y'all good, by the way, though? Yeah.
Who, me and the ex?
Yeah.
Me and the ex?
Yeah. Like, y'all still good out there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
That's the last person. It was rough for everybody else. But anyway, the idea was for her to come up and just express some things or whatever. But in the talks, like in the like playing back and listening, I came up with another not came up with, but like another thought popped in my head. So I'm gonna just ask y'all, how much stock do you put into your significant other's past relationships in how it plays out with you? Meaning like the way she was handled or dealt with, both bad and good, compared to your input to that situation. Meaning if she was with a hustler nigga before and money was never an issue and she was always getting it, but now you a working nigga,
Yeah.
how do you cope with that element that she's clearly missing now? Like say you was messing with a shorty that her ex was a scammer.
Mm-hmm.
You clearly can't live up to the lifestyle he was affording her. Clearly, because you're a working dude. So how do you cope with that mentally? Yo, take your time, bro.
Yeah, because I've never been in this situation before. You know, because usually when I see a female that, you know, is living beyond my means, I don't even talk to them.
Yeah, but you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know that was her means. You met her, and as you're getting to know her and you get into a situation, you find out these things. Like, so now she has expectations from the past relationship. And like I said, I'm just dealing in the good now because obviously we know how we would deal with the bad. Like if he was abusive or whatever, our personality will obviously contradict that. But as far as the good things that he provided before, what if you're not up to those standards? And I'm not talking the stereotypical physical shit like the sex and all that. We could deal with that.
Yeah.
Ish. But I'm talking about like real shit, like
always taking
the
out,
support,
going places, vacations, bags,
all of that.
Damn.
How do you cope with that?
That would be hard, cause like I said, I'll just break it down to like I don't got like that. I don't do all that scamming. I work hard.
Right.
I work 2 jobs. You know what I mean? I do what I can, but you're gonna have to work with me to get that lifestyle back. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you got to put something together if you want to get that lifestyle, and then we can live that lifestyle together. But coping it with myself, I don't think I would be able to like try to meet her standards. Like after a while, she can't like, if we can't come to an agreement, I'm gonna just have to square it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think it takes a real man to basically just lay out, hey, this is what I got going on, and this is what I'm able to do at the current moment. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm able to afford. You just gotta basically like, you know, be transparent, disclose your whole, you know, what you got going on and everything. Acknowledge the fact that, you know, you see the fact that she was used to a certain lifestyle, but you may not be able to live up to that. And then at that point, I'm with him. Like the door is open now, and it's for you to make a decision and see how you want to navigate this now. Because yeah, you may be used to the vacation, the bags, the money, and all of that. But although I can't supply that to you in abundance, how you were used to in the past, I can teach you other things. You know, I can teach you what I know. We can try to make our minds grow together. And, you know, we can get to that point, but just know there's going to be certain obstacles. There's going to be certain roadblocks. And it's just not going to be the situation that you're used to.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if somebody don't want you for you, it's not the situation for you.
Yeah.
That's just really what it boils down to.
You ever think you'll psych yourself out? Alright, like say a problem comes up that you can't fix, but you imagine had this problem came up before in a past situation, he was able to fix it.
Yeah.
So now, as a man, does that play on your ego?
It can.
And if so, how do you cope? What do you do? Because you literally could psych yourself out of your own relationship. You can move yourself off your own pivot that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you like... Because she didn't pose it to you as a problem that she wants you to fix. Most of the time, women just want to vent, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as a man, you feel like, yo, my woman's having a problem. Let me try to fix. But this problem in particular, I cannot fix because of whatever situation you got going on.
Yeah.
And based on stories I've heard or situations that I've been in, I know past dude could. So do you stand on your toes like, yo, I'm not your ex?
Yeah. Because on those terms, he was giving you all those things, but you still left him, right?
True.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like I always say, I'll always choose a woman for health before wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if y'all healthy together, the money gonna come. Because y'all both working towards something. You know, scamming is good, and you know what I'm saying? Those are quick hustles. I always tell people scamming is like investments. You do it like once, 10, 15 times, but don't put your life into it. It's just an investment. You're supposed to take that money that you was scamming with,
do something legit.
do something OD legal.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get into a money laundering problem, and then how niggas in the hood don't know about that shit.
Yeah,
nigga. So, you get what I'm saying? So it's like you're supposed to think smart about it. You know what I'm saying?
My ego would be hurt.
But yeah,
Nah,
but
my
I would
ego.
be hurt. I would have to talk to her like a one-on-one, like, like we have to be like, you know, we gotta talk about this a little bit, mama. Like,
So Shorty didn't know. She didn't know how to have a conversation with her dude, the one that I was talking to that brought this up. Cause this is, like I said, this is more or less what I wanted to gauge from Shorty from the last episode. This is what I wanted to gauge, cause it's like when you dealing with a different type of people, different group of people each time, a different scenario each time. The significant difference in each of them is obviously noticeable.
Yeah.
yeah,
The idea though is because as my girl, woman, whatever, my mental health and my ego should be stroked as well,
yeah,
right? So
Yeah.
do I fault you for bringing up a situation that I know that I can't fix?
yeah, definitely it's her fault.
But you my girl, so you came here to vent.
She should. See, I don't like that.
I'm just
I don't
saying
like that.
that's the caveat to it, right?
Because you can vent to me, but I shouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be a solution. You get what I'm saying? And if you feel a certain way about a certain way you're living or how you're living, you're supposed to come and talk to me about it. But don't say it's my fault, because why you not in the position you want to be in your own wealth? You know what I'm saying? You
But
should-
no. I think you misunderstood me. She's never
not blaming it on you.
ever blaming you.
Oh, she's not blaming
This is
you.
all male internal.
Internal. Oh, it's like you just feeling this
Like
way.
you just feel like,
Oh, just talk.
because
with
this is
her.
what
Yeah.
Shorty said. Like Shorty said, like the vibe she got from him.
Yeah.
The vibe she got from Duke after the conversation
Yeah.
is that vibe. Like he tuck into his shell type shit.
Oh, okay.
Because he felt the way, and she was just like, bro, I was just going to talk to him.
Yeah.
I could have went back to my ex nigga and he'd have just did this shit for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like the amount of conversations I've had with women where I've been the ex nigga that they came back to,
Yeah.
or I've been the nigga that they said that to,
Yeah.
it's like I can understand more or less, and that's what got me my brain wheels thinking like, yo, what do you do in that situation? And do you notice if? Here's a funny thing: do you notice in your relationship if that's being done to you?
I don't even think you would know. Like then yeah, she like I said, she should be striking your ego, especially if she sees you being a little bit off. She
Yeah.
should try to make you feel as comfortable as possible, make you not worry. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like
Reassurance.
Yeah,
The
give you some
reassurance is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Reassurance is very important in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, she should know, that he might feel some type of way, even if he might not show it. She should be like on guard just in case, especially if it's a brand new relationship and you just like coming out of it.
window.
Yeah.
When should she know? Because again, this is her problem she's dealing with, so she's coming to you venting.
Yeah.
So 9 times out of 10, when women vent, they are in the situation still. They don't
Yeah.
vent after. Like we would go handle our shit and then go tell our shorty like,
Yeah.
yo, this is what I've dealt with.
Right.
A shorty going through a problem is gonna call you right then
away.
and there,
Yeah.
going through the problem. So in her mind, she's not even thinking about your ego at this point because she's
Yeah.
still dealing with her shit.
Yeah.
So she's like, babe, A, B, C, D, 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 D. And then in your mind, you like, again, because you're a man, you hearing it and going, how can I help?
I gotta
Yeah.
fix this.
I gotta fix this.
Yeah.
But then you can't fix this. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I ain't know what to tell her. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's better as you talk to the nigga. But it's hard, like I said, because as time goes on in a relationship, you just gel more and more.
Yeah.
So her past and your past also gels more and more. So without having a conversation, you could predict. Like you could hear a story about a shorty, your shorty that you messing with. You could hear a story that she probably never told before, but because you know her past so well, you could place the puzzle together.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
okay.
you did that with Duke. So yeah. So I'm asking now, like, yo, I just asked it, but
Yeah, no, it's hard. I don't.
It's hard, yeah.
how would you notice if it's happening to you right now? Because obviously you ain't you're good right now.
Yeah.
She's good for you. You're good for her. there's no qualms. But there are things that she doesn't do for you that you probably got from a past situation.
Yeah.
Fine. And vice versa. It's things that you just don't do for her the same way somebody else did.
Mm-hmm.
How do you decipher what those things are or do you even care?
I feel like you shouldn't care. I always tell people everybody got their own special powers. You know what I'm saying? She's with you for a reason. All you got to do is be a better person in that field that you do. You know what I'm saying? And try not to lose that confidence, because I know I get what you're saying in a standpoint where I could have I've probably been in a situation like that before when I feel like I couldn't perform and it was my fault, and I'm like, damn, I can't do nothing about it. When I was just like, you just sit back and you just keep thinking about it, like, what can you do to get better, and then you talk it out with her. Talk it out. I feel like the communication will be a lot better if you just speak to her, and then she should respond back. You don't got to worry about that.
I mean, I more or less was gonna say the same thing, but I don't know how you're supposed to know and pinpoint when that's happening to you. But I mean, he said he wouldn't care. I still care, but I don't care. I don't care if you don't care to say anything.
Okay.
All right? Like it just boils down to the fact, like, how am I supposed to know what's going on if you're not saying anything?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think that
Now I'm saying, once you say something, then we can figure it out from there.
right, because it's out now.
Now it's
Yeah.
out on the table. We can't run from it. So, all right, what are we gonna do? Like,
Right, because up until that point, it's all internal.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know what's going on with anybody else internally but myself. You feel me?
That's facts.
I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
JP. I don't know nothing. My girl, like, I don't know nothing to the
it's
full
out.
100% extent. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with me specifically, it's just like trying to figure out, because there are things that she's gonna come to you that just because it's so new, you just don't know. You don't know if you could fix it yet because it's new to you.
To you, yeah.
But then deciphering when those things are new to y'all as opposed to just new to you, because she could have got this done or fixed somewhere else.
Right.
The same thing like those girls that mess with dudes. Yeah. Those girls that mess with dudes that's not as handy, but they grew up with a dad in the house that's
Yeah.
handy.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
they'll be like, yo, my dad would have fixed this. Or
Yeah, like a flat
changing
tire
the
or something.
tire.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you get with a dude that doesn't know how to change a tire, you like, so my ex would have did this shit.
Yeah. And I
then
feel
you sit there in your feelings now, like, yeah, you call that nigga? Like, you feel
because
me?
you know how to fix a tire.
Yeah, like-
and I feel like this day and age, it's like definitely different because everybody using AAA and all that shit. So I feel like the handyman, like after the 80s and 90s, I feel like I was watching a show the other day on like fixing houses, and I used to live in a house and stuff like that, and it was a lot of work. You got to clean the sidewalk all the time. You got to cut your grass because
The gutter.
you get a fine. You got the gutter. Everything saying everybody living in apartment buildings. They don't know about that life. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you end up.
That's the
That's-
duality.
Then you end up being with a person, or you end up being with a person that always used to get cookout, never used to cook, but you're in your house, you used to always cook. You know what I'm saying? And then you get hit with that dilemma. You know, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, it's rough.
It's rough. Yeah, it's rough. It is.
Because
it is
you know
rough.
that what you
Yeah.
provide is top tier. Like, you providing a good, solid situation, but she's not used to solid.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, not your ex.
Yeah,
Not
that's what
your
it
ex.
boils down to, bro. Literally, that's what it boils down to.
I just want to let you know I'm the GOAT.
You did it.
Yeah. But do y'all validate yourselves based on your shit? I don't want to say validate. Do you measure yourself based on your shorty's previous dudes? Like, do you measure up and be like, man, I'm better than that nigga?
Nah.
You don't do that? I did that shit once. I ain't like it. I ain't like the feeling. Nah, I did. I said, yo, I'm way better.
Nah, no.
I'm way better. But I ain't like how I felt.
Nah, worry about yourself, boy.
Yeah,
That's
well, I do now. I'm just saying.
just worry about yourself.
Before we get into you, Saint, you got anything for that new segment?
Let's see. What's going on?
What you saw this week that was interesting?
Nah, no, I'm trying to think.
What you saw this week that was interesting?
What you mean? What I saw?
Anything in the
Anything
news.
in the world
Anything
like
going
you saw
on.
was interesting.
Damn. The fuck?
We ain't gotta hurt our heads, but we ain't see nothing interesting, nothing happen.
You saw anything interesting?
That slaughterhouse shit, I thought that was interesting.
With the group,
Yeah, they
did a reunion.
Crooked Eye
Nah.
and Joel Ortiz, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they dropped some shit and they was talking about
without their consent. I'm trying to see if I understand.
not consent. They don't need
They don't need their consent because they own.
They dropped the album before. It's just this album. They just in their quotes airing their grievances or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Royce the 5'9" and Joe Buttons, like they didn't agree with it because of whatever label, and again a lot of shit that we just as the public
we don't
wouldn't know about.
Yeah.
But from what was said, it's just like what Royce posted. I thought that's the interesting part. Like, say you built something, we all three built. So here's the thing,
Right.
and then the label situation that we got ain't. Let's say it don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Me and two leave, but then you come back out of nowhere and do it. So here's the thing, something
Nah, that's wrong.
without telling us.
Yeah.
Right. Wrong.
But they
That's
gave
wrong.
you a bag to drop us off. They gave you the big bag to say, yo, do this shit. Fuck them other two niggas.
Nah.
No.
And you do it. So now me and two tight,
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. As you should be.
right?
As you should be.
That's
Should have came up with another name.
that's the gist that I got from
Yeah.
Royce's post. That's the only thing I thought that was interesting.
And that's the problem with label situations. You know what I'm saying? Because once you sign to a label, as soon as they made Slaughterhouse their label name, it doesn't matter how many people on there. If there's only one person
I don't
left,
think it was a label. It's just their group.
but their group name, but
Right,
their group
right,
name
right,
is what
right,
they
right,
sign. What they sign as. You know, get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, people don't care, bro.
Yeah, because
The business
that
people
was
don't care.
Joe's
The business
take. Like,
people don't-
nigga,
they don't
ain't no
care.
slaughterhouse if it ain't me,
Yeah.
Royce, Crook, Joel.
Yeah, it ain't no hands down. But that's between like me and you, the boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So it's wrong for them to even say yes to doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. But label wise, money wise, they don't
They gonna
care.
come, yeah, they gonna come.
Put any name on there. It's just like Dipset. You know what I'm saying. The whole Dipset situation. Since Dipset, whatever name they used to use on the label. Whatever they felt as a gang is totally different because they used to run with that name before it was the label name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they put it on a piece of paper, they tarnish that name.
That's a fact.
Interesting.
Nothing else?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I don't. Yeah.
Nah, we gonna give y'all so here's what's interesting. Give y'all so here's what's interesting next episode.
Yeah, next episode.
Like I said, we got my man Saint here.
Yo,
I just wanted to thanks for coming out, by the way.
no problem, boss. It's always a pleasure.
I'm gonna get into let's start with where you from.
From the Bronx.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You know, I grew up in Queens though. I was born in the Bronx too. Grew up in Queens. I used to live in South Jamaica, right near Rochdale.
Okay.
Everybody called the projects, but ain't no projects. You know, right near August Martin. But I used to that's where I used to be at. That's when the hip hop started, because I used to live on Farmers Boulevard.
Yeah, no farmers.
Yeah, so
My girl, they're right there.
yes, Skane Dollar used to come out there a lot.
Skane.
Yeah, it's because he used to be the manager for Fab and them.
Yeah.
So he used to I used to chill with the members of the crew, their kids that used to grow up. They do music too, amazing music. They were doing some couple tracks for DJ Khaled. They did a track with French Montana, the Ass joint. But yeah, I used to rap with them like 12, 14. DJ Dejit Storm. Man, it was a good time. Yeah.
I ran into Clue the other day.
Yeah,
Nigga, my
real,
height.
bro. Yeah, he's short.
Nigga,
Yeah.
my height, bro.
But he was one of my favorites growing up because I always thought his team was like the best MCs growing up besides like Rough Riders and Dipset.
So you thinking Fab, like Fab in your top 5 type
Five is
shit?
always in my top 5, yo.
What about who else he had? He had Joe too.
He had Joe Buttons. He had
Joe.
Ransom. Ransom was fire. He's
Yeah,
still
Ransom-
fire now.
yeah,
He just
Ransom
dropped
dope.
some joint right now with my cousin Rome Streets. You should check that out.
That's dope. I
Yeah.
never really hear people big up Clue that way.
Yo, Clue put
Like
mad
Clue's a
people
legend.
on the map.
I know what Clue did. Like,
Yeah.
He is a legend, but this feels
Yeah.
like his.
well, I told him that to his face.
Yeah.
I said, yo, first I didn't even know who it was. That ass. I'm like, yo, you look like DJ Clue, nigga. He's like, that's who I am. I was like, oh, all right. Well, you're a legend, my nigga.
He's a legend, bro.
Because I know, like I said, I know what he did. DJ Envy came up on the Clue.
The tapes in the trunks, yo, bro. When they used to play him on Hot 97, it used to be like late night. So like around 10, 11, I used to put my tape inside the cassette, press record, bootleg that shit. Keep that shit home for.
So you're a hip hop baby for real.
Yeah.
So
like-
that's what got you into rapping, like being
Yeah,
around
because
those
you know
guys?
my parents is from Jamaica. They both I'm the first American born. So you know, I never really all the American culture was brand new to me. Everything. I didn't understand all that watching Don't Be a Menace, none of that. I had to watch all of that like after
Yeah, me
like
too.
19. Me too. You know what I'm saying? There's still a couple movies I haven't watched yet, so I ain't certified.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you valid.
Yo.
I get what you're saying because I'm the same way. I came from Barbados. And I watched Belly when I was 20, bro.
Belly's a hard movie, bro.
That's a trash movie, bro.
Nah, Belly's hard, bro.
That movie
Belly's is hard, bro.
That movie is wild. That nigga DMX was catching top from a 16-year-old, bro.
Yo.
Crazy. That's a wild movie.
crazy.
Yo,
It's a wild movie.
They did not give a
yo.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, going to church every Sunday, you know, my family was deep on religion and Christianity. So, you know, me doing hip hop was most like I was a black sheep, bro. You know, and I stayed tuned to it. Used to write in my book a lot. You know, I was kind of like an introvert. I only chilled with family because my family's from far, you know what I'm saying? So it was only family. My family always lived in the Bronx. I was the only one in Queens.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was in South Jamaica, so I used to have to take the E train all the time. I was traveling, bro. Yeah, I tell everybody, only borough that I never touched really because I know nobody there
Staten
was Staten Island and Brooklyn. And they right next to each other.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Because when we in the era we grew up, couldn't be in a borough unless you knew somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't know nobody from Brooklyn. So everybody's like, yo, we going to Prospect, we going to Bushwick. I'm like, nah. House party? Nah. You good, bro.
I feel it. I feel it, though. Cause that's how I feel about
Yo.
Queens. Cause you don't want to get lost in 40 projects.
Nah.
I had a
Yo,
friend.
40p still popping to this day, bro. That's crazy.
I know,
Yo.
I know.
Yo.
but that's the thing. Like you don't want to get caught in these neighborhoods that you're not
Yeah.
really familiar with, because you run down the wrong block. You're in a very tough situation.
Because a lot of people get comfortable in the hood and in their own hood and tell me, trust me, I was really comfortable in my hood. I used to go anywhere, Springfield Park, anytime, you know, because everybody know me. They
Right.
see me every day. We go to school with each other, you know what I'm saying? You see me all the time. We go to the same mall. You see my parents, blah, blah, blah. Unless I took your bitch or something or stepped on your kicks, we ain't got no beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you try to go all the way to the other side with like 5 of your niggas, don't even know nobody, and you think you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas will just press you for principle. Like, where you from? What? Who you know? What?
What's your we had some of your songs playing here,
Yeah.
so I got a good grasp of what's going on. And Two was telling me about the release back in like November or something like that. Was it November?
It was around. I released it. I think around that time, because I had released another track in July, but I think I released this one around Christmas.
Yeah. Around, I know it was around that time.
Yeah.
So I took a listen then. But I just want to, for the people that's hearing that, like, what's your muse? What's your muse with your writing? What's your muse with your art form?
Yeah.
What do you draw from? Because you could say the cliche like,
Yeah.
oh, nigga, I'm just, telling you my life.
Nah, definitely, my life ain't that interesting.
Thank you, son.
My life ain't that interesting, and I tell people all the time, I'm very adamant on writing, and I go through writer's block all the time. I'm an honest writer, because sometimes nothing's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes nothing's going on in your life, but when I dropped this album, I was doing music in Fredonia. Shout outs to my boy Fresh De Niro. because he pushed me through it for the 4 years I was in Fredonia, going to school upstate. We used to drop tracks like every week. You know what I'm saying? And it was just play with words, what's going on in society. I'm big on content, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of rappers these days, they too much emphasize on themselves instead of like emphasizing on the situation that's going on. And that's why rappers like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are nice, because you get a whole album on a situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Conception. And then it's his perception on it in 14 different ways. You know what I'm saying? So if he's at a club, this is how he is at the club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he's in a situation with beef, this is how beef is in his situation. You know what I'm saying? That's how rap used to be back in the days. That's why I could listen to MOP and not be a gun going around shooting niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they're not saying that they going out here banging on niggas. They're saying this is the lifestyle. Don't come at me sideways, because this is how we react.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you could put anybody in those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like the new generation, I can't really mess with it, because I feel like they're missing that writing piece. Because I feel like if they all sit down, because most of these artists that are out, they fire, bro. If they sit down and they actually sit down and write something and like get into depth with it, it'll be awesome, bro. Look at Lil Durk. I say Lil Durk, one of them.
I see that trajectory happening for Fabio.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yes,
Definitely.
When he first, like his first shit was just a lot of and,
yeah, yada
but
yada.
Now, like
Now you see the progression.
once you witness it, like you see it. You see you sat down, you thought this out, like you put this together. So now you may not be as lyrical, but I could follow you because you're telling me a story now.
Yes,
You're leading me somewhere.
Yeah.
So when like I don't even want to talk about like his verse on Kanye shit, because it was hard, but it's like story time. He's telling you like, yo, this was my time on Rikers. This is what I saw. This may not been me, but this is what I saw.
Yeah.
So now I'm there with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. I always say one of the greatest albums in the last 20 years was Good Kid, Mad City, only because I don't know who Shireen is, but she fucked up. You feel me?
Yo,
Like,
and it was like a movie, bro.
no, bro.
It was legit.
That's the only album I could say, other than the Black Album, and only the Black Album is the only reason I could listen to that straight through.
Yeah.
In the order that he wanted me to hear it, is because I saw the what was the name of the
Fade to
Fade to Black.
Fade to Black. The shit was fire,
So
bro.
I seen, how he wanted me to hear it, so that's how I hear it.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City is the only album that I play not on shuffle. Like I
Yeah.
gotta hear, because it's legit
a story.
a story.
Yeah, it's a legit story.
And I can't just hear a song off of it. Like you know how you put your phone on shuffle, a song come on, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta hear
the whole thing.
You gotta hear this whole shit.
That's a
Yo,
fact.
and that's how albums are supposed to be made. That's why I was like, that's why I always, big up and stay with my top 5 rappers, even though they don't come out with tracks every
Who are they?
3.
Who are they? I'm just saying your top 5, not the top 5.
Not in no special order, but Fab, of course, Jadakiss, Nas. I just picked up on Flea Lord. He's fire, bro.
Who the fuck is Flea Lord?
You said,
You know Flea Lord, JP?
hip hop head.
Oh yeah, that's why I asked him.
Yeah. I just picked up on him. He's fire, bro.
Yeah, I think y'all should connect, bro. Vibes.
Flea Lord. How much was that? 4?
That's 4.
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep alive. Ghostface, bro.
Oh, all right.
So you like
Ghostface.
spitters, like
I like spitters.
storytellers.
And you know what the funny? All 5 of these rappers got songs you can still play in the club. That's how I know you can stay official, spit your bars, and it still get platinum.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do all that foolery.
Yeah. Yo, old soul. This nigga said foolery.
Going back to Fabio, they got the situation now where the music station is trying to ban certain musics. You know what I'm saying?
Drill.
The drill music, all of the dissing and all of that. How do you feel about that? Because I'm kind of on the fence, because
I don't think they should be doing this. I understand why they doing it, but I don't think they should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there is some real ones out there that do live this life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it's taken away from their artistry. You know
Bro,
what I'm
it's the
saying?
NWA shit all over again.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's the
yeah.
NWA
You know what I'm
shit
saying?
all over.
And it sucks that, you know, the foolery, you know, is out there making fun with it. Think it's a thing. While the real ones is trying to really get this money and get the fuck out the hood.
And that's my problem with Kanye saying what he said on his song.
No, I get it.
That's my problem.
'cause
Because this man is in the middle of
The biggest
the
point of his career, basically.
nah,
well, not
the,
the biggest.
the fight
still,
that he's
yeah.
going through with the like I said, the NWA shit. We don't need your personal shit on here, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like this man, the style of music that he creates is at war with the governing family, the governing body of the city that he's from.
With the
Yeah.
people who decide if you eat or not.
In the city that he's
Yeah,
from, hip hop
right.
police is real. They can create some bullshit for him,
Yeah.
and you on there talking fuck shit about a next man in your personal life. Like
Yeah.
that's nah, bro. Save that.
Yeah,
You feel
save
me?
it,
That's my
yeah.
whole. That's my problem. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, could have did that on your song.
Yeah, because you imagine rappers like, if they censored rappers like The Game, I'd be tight.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, you like The Game?
I love The Game, bro.
Yeah, he real.
He's in my top 10. I tell people all the time, he drops records.
Got
All his
interesting
albums are
ear.
fire. I'm so, and then after documentary, I don't care what anybody say. 50 Cent, I don't care. It came out in his name. It happened. He dropped records. It's fire.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fire.
I tell people all the time, like, ghostwriting is one thing, but you gotta perform that.
You got to perform that, and a lot of people can't perform.
Exactly.
A lot of people can't perform.
That's why Diddy's so good.
Diddy's nice, bro. I don't care who was writing for him. I tell people all day, Diddy was probably one of the hardest rappers in that group too.
I actually, it's a testament. It's a testament to the writer too, because you have to write that from Diddy's mind.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And he
But
was
he
going
still
with
had
it
to
too,
perform.
like
Yeah.
hitting the lines, flowing. I'm like, okay.
that's why Jadakiss is in my top.
Oh,
'Cause you know
Jadakiss
how
is
hard
always
you
in my
got.
top
You know how
5.
hard you gotta be to write some shit that another nigga think he could say with validity. like
Yeah.
King Los, Crazy Pen.
Crazy Pen, yes.
Crazy Pen.
Yes.
You feel me? Like you gotta write some shit that I can agree with and make it sound valid. Like that's hard, bro.
And yet, who Cameron used to write for? I've been trying to find the answers to this for a while.
Cameron used to write.
He used to write for rappers, yeah.
Oh shit. See, two would know. That's his favorite rapper.
Didn't he write for Mace a little bit?
Probably because they were in the same group.
I think he wrote for
I
Mace
can
a
see
little
it.
bit.
Yeah,
Any
Cameron.
truth to that, JP?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Cameron used to write for rappers too. That's how he used to gain his weight a little bit in the game as well, because he used to be a ghostwriter.
I think Cameron is the funniest dude, bro.
He's in my top 10, bro.
Because I want any nigga that play that much,
Yeah.
play that much, but know he real with the pen is hilarious to me.
The voicemails got me, bro.
But he did a recent freestyle on Hot 97. I was like,
Nah,
it might be time to.
I ain't like that.
Yeah, it might be time to do something else. I don't know. I just
I ain't like that. He still did his thing, but I ain't like that.
No.
Yeah, you got a crazy ear for it, man. What's your plan? Like you trying to just get blow up on
I'm
it?
trying to be a great engineer, bro.
Like
Like
turn
all
into
this shit right now, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, yeah,
amazed.
I like this. I see the Mini Mac running through everything, running Logic Pro. I'm still studying Pro Tools. I'm trying to get my certificates. I haven't really touched Logic Pro, but that's something I have to get to because they have a lot of this in studios. Yeah, so what?
Would you
yeah.
teach?
Or would I teach?
Yeah.
I would love to teach. I'm trying to get to know this really well so I can teach people the boards, because making music is good. You know what I'm saying? I love being an artist. I started rapping, but when it comes to like putting everything together and glue it together, you really get to enjoy albums even more. Because Tupac is my greatest rapper of all time, bro. And if you hear his records and how them joints was engineered, those are multi-platinum albums, bro. Like if you get a good speaker and headphones, even All Eyes on Me, and you're just like, yo, everything's just booming.
I feel that way
Like Dr.
about,
Dre's nice.
I feel that way about Changes. It's certain like California Love the song.
It's my favorite song. Tupac.
That like, I get what you're saying.
Tupac
you
is a
gotta have a
poet,
musical
yeah.
ear.
Musical ear, yeah.
Gotta have a
Like
musical ear.
yeah, because even today, like everything is streamable. But I tell you right now, the quality of certain albums, I will walk away from it, even if it's a top artist. If it sounds horrible, I don't want it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to it.
You ain't got no excuse now either. Like all this stuff is easily accessible.
but
and all
that's
shit.
the problem. It's too easy to accessible,
Mm-hmm.
and then people don't want to pay top engineers and top masters to get like a clean record.
Right.
So they'll just do the get by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can record
Do
it
it
today
themselves.
and
You
put it
Record
up
it
today.
today and then put it up today,
Good,
and
yeah.
and that's it. And then your album will sound like a mixtape.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I've heard it a lot, yo.
What's your you got a favorite track of yours? What's a track that do you get the I do music, somebody tell you to spit a verse right then and there for them? Do you get that?
Nah, cause I freestyle more, cause I got a bad habit of not like practicing my writtens.
Okay.
I have a bad habit because I write so much. I remember
feel you.
one day, like even driving here, I wrote like 5 different songs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, all right, bet I can run with these later. It'll be like little paragraphs or something like that. And then when I hit to the studio, I'll spit it. And then I'm so comfortable. I'm always in my zone. I'm comfortable. I know who I am. I already know how my flow is. So I don't really have to, I never check back. But that's something I have to do on my own to practice more, because coming up, I'm going to have to start doing shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start performing. I got to know my lines.
Yeah.
I gotta know my lines, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, when people ask me to freestyle, I always freestyle on the spot. I never budge and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you gotta show and approve. You know,
That's a
perform.
fact. That's
Yeah.
dope. You got a song that you would just recommend, like if somebody say, "Yo, what's your favorite song?"
Oh yeah.
My favorite song that I have out right now.
Not out right now, just
in
that
general.
you ever recorded.
Or ever recorded? Well, the only ones you get into is these right here. So I would say "Always Be Me." I think this was playing right now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks, because this is when I started writing again, because I've been writing since I was 14, around like after I had my daughter, I think like 2015.
You had your daughter at 14.
Nah. Nah.
My kid
High school.
My kid would have been 12, I think.
Nah, but I think I stopped rapping for like 5 years. Like I stopped rapping for like, stopped recording. I was just writing or whatever. And then my boy told me to come back, and these were one of the tracks I recorded. It's "Always Be Me," you know what I'm saying? Because this was about the time when everything was getting trapped, drilled. The South was still hot. And I had a hard time sticking to like myself when it came to writing my music. I feel like I had to, I don't know, maybe I was trying to like get risky, like just trying to get signed. Maybe that's what the issue was, because I really wasn't really trying to be an engineer at the time. I just knew how to work the boards. But I would try to do trap music, write trap, write drill. And I'm like, nah, this ain't me, bro.
Yeah.
That's the artist that I respect the most. The
Yeah.
ones that
And-
basically like stick to who they
Yeah.
are, and you know,
And then when I got with my crew, shout out to my boy King Fufi. He makes all the beats. His beats is fire. I'm gonna plug them in later. But he was like, yo, I'm still doing this. And he had a studio running. And he was like, yo, just rap your way, do your thing, your style. I'll make that shit fire. And it was like, I bet. And then we started kicking it. And then I was like, I just stick to my bars. And he makes trap beats. So I was just still spitting my way with his trap beats, because he makes trap, drill. He got his own sound, but you know what I'm saying? It was something I had to conform to, because I'm used to like 94 BPM Nas type beats. You know what I mean? I got space in between. I just gotta catch the rhythm and spit some shit. The beat's not too fast like this. You hear? Like,
Yeah.
It's not like that. So I had to conform to these type of beats.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like another one.
Sure,
Yeah.
we did that.
I did. I definitely did. I just want to say again, yo, Good looking for pulling through.
Yeah.
Us two would have been here since that's our
Yeah.
connect.
This was a cool conversation.
Well,
though.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cool. I'm actually glad he wasn't because I got to know you
Yeah.
on our own type of shit. Well, to all y'all out there, like if y'all, want to reach out to us, we available all the way through all platforms. Instagram is sohere'sthething.pod. Facebook, Twitter is SHTT. And if social media is not your thing, you could just reach out to us at sohere'sthething@yahoo.com. We appreciate all the love. Before you go, Dre, you want to plug your thing?
Yeah, you can holler at me on Instagram. It's called Kings, KINGZ _Saint P. You could also hit us up the family group, CPR X the faculty. And shout out to us, you know what I'm saying? We a group. We've been dropping a couple records for the past about 2 years. We got a couple tracks together. We've been doing our thing, going big as a family. All right.
Dope. Definitely, yeah. Check them out. Check out the video on YouTube. That's our So Here's the Thing podcast. And then if that's not your thing, you sitting at work, you just need something to listen to. We on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that. So Here's the Thing.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna change it up today. I always tell people another man's trash or another man's headache is my reason for why he left. It's your boy Stiz.
It's your boy Steelo, man.
Boy Saint P.